Hey, what's up, big baller shot callers? Big Ken here. Welcome from the Grid to the Rim Sports Talk Show. Joined by my co-host Monty Brown. What's up, brother?
Hey, what's going on? And happy Veterans Day, brother, and the rest of you guys out there who served.
Yeah,
Appreciate your
thank you for
service.
that. Appreciate that, brother. Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up. Happy Veterans Day to everyone out there. Specifically, my dad, brother-in-law Chris, um, my mom's boyfriend, Norm, you know, countless other people. My Aunt Pay's husband Jim did some Army
Yes.
National Guard time. I know he's an officer in Army National Guard, so he's got some military time. So that's my family members close to me, but also got some really close friends, people you met, Frank and
Yes.
Arnold and Romley. Arnold and his wife Romley. We met in San Diego last year. They have a big time Navy family. All their kids are naval officers,
Yes. All right.
so they
That's
have
part of the
Navy
crew.
running through and through in their blood.
Yes.
All four of their kids are naval officers. Their three daughters and their one son, CJ. I mean, they yeah, they are kicking butt and taking names in that family,
Nice.
man. They are Navy
Nice.
through and through. So yeah, happy Veterans Day
Yeah.
to everyone out there. Yeah, thank you for serving.
Yes. Thank you for your service for all the veterans. Appreciate it.
Yeah, there's a lot of things going on, but all the things wouldn't be going on without the veterans keeping us safe and free. So
Yes. Yes.
but a lot of things, going on in the NFL and college, like I said, that we get to play this game because of the veterans. New York Giants. So some topics for today: New York Giants coach fired.
Mm.
Jayden Daniels injury last week against Seattle during in garbage time. People are questioning whether he should have been in the game when they're down 38-7.
Yeah.
Ended up being 38-14, but there was only like maybe like 4 or 5 minutes to go in the game, and like why is he in kind of deal.
Yeah. That's tough.
The game's over. And there's no way they're coming back.
Right.
Huge matchups in the NFL this week. I mean, big NFC West matchup. Both teams are tied 7-2. The Rams and Seattle Seahawks, and they're playing at the Rams. And there's a big AFC West matchup: the Chiefs at the Broncos, and obviously college football. There's a couple of big games come this weekend with like one top 10 matchup, a couple other ranked matchups. But biggest thing in college football is obviously the college football committee put out the top four teams. Like you said already, Monty, number one, Ohio State, number two, Indiana, number three, Texas A&M, and number four, Alabama. I guess we could get started with that since I mentioned those four teams. What do you think about those four teams? Do you agree with that, or do you think they're all in the right spot? Do you think someone else should be in? Do you think that some people should move around a little bit in the top four? What do you think about that?
Well, it's a little early. I like it. I wouldn't have a problem with Georgia switching with Alabama, but I like where Alabama's at. I know they fell off the past couple of seasons, but they've been winning and climbing up, chipping away, and doing what Alabama does. So, will this top four be the same at the end of the season? I doubt it.
Yeah,
I think Ohio State will stay number one. Uh, the next three, that who knows what can happen there. But as of now, to answer your question, I'm okay with it. I like I like it. I mean, I was looking at the entire top 12 earlier, and what would happen if the playoffs were to start now? And that's where it's interesting.
yeah,
So, yeah, Oklahoma and BYU are at 11 and 12, but if the playoffs were to start today, they wouldn't be there. It would be South Florida and Miami. Miami being the highest ranked ACC team, and South Florida being the highest ranked. I think I forgot the top five conference team, or whatever
yeah.
you
You're
call it. I'm not.
right. I'm glad you brought that up. That's a great point.
Yeah. So, yeah. To answer your question, I like the top four, but boy, let's keep an eye on the rest of the playoff picture.
No,
That's going to be interesting to see.
no. I'm glad you brought the rest of the top 12 because that's really where it's at. Because the top four isn't as big of a deal as it used to because before the new playoff system, last year only the top four teams got in, and of course number five team always felt like they got screwed. But this isn't the case. Like Georgia may not like they're not in the top four, but they know they're definitely in the college football playoffs. I mean, so
Right.
I don't think they're going to react the way they would before kind of being number five and only top four, get in.
Mhm.
That's a hard one. That's a hard one to swallow because they could argue and debate about why they could have been number 4 and so on and so
Yes.
forth. Every team does that. When you feel like number 5, you always feel like you got screwed. Like, how did I become number 5? Like unless you're a 2-loss team back then, 2-loss teams were not going to get in the college football playoffs. Only the 1-loss teams or
Right.
undefeated teams would get in the top 4 usually. But that's why I'm glad they expanded this to 12 teams, like we mentioned last year. That was a good. They finally did that. Um, I'm okay with the top 4 too. Indiana was 10-0 last year. I think they're 10-0 again this year, but they started playing like crap last year after they went 10-0. And
Yeah.
I think they're the most suspicious. Obviously, they're really good 2 years in a row, which is awesome for the university. I think of anyone in the top 4, they're the most suspicious. Not saying they won't do really well in the playoffs. They might win the whole damn thing. Who knows?
Right.
But I think out of the top 4, they're the most suspicious.
Oh
Just
yeah.
because they didn't do good at the end of the season last year. They dropped the last 2 games to go to 10-2, and they still stayed in the college football playoffs. We thought they might be out, but they stayed in. And they lost in the opening round. Notre Dame beat them pretty easily. I mean, the final score was 27-17, but it wasn't as close as the score looked. I mean, Notre Dame won that game. Notre Dame was dominant that game all game long. So Indiana didn't look like they belonged last
Mhm.
year. So I think that's the question about them this year: was will they finish off the season the right way, and everyone will feel like they're like a legit playoff team that can make some noise. We know they got the offense. Their quarterback's up for the Heisman. He might win the damn thing.
Oh
So
yeah.
they are good on offense. I know that they're explosive. They can score fast. They're putting up a lot of
Boy,
points.
funny
Um,
how that Heisman race has changed. I mean, pretty much Manning had it at the start of the season, and boy, we don't hear his name anymore.
he's playing better though, a lot better.
He is, no doubt.
He's not in the Heisman talk anymore. He's out of that. You're right, but he's playing better. He's out, but he's playing better.
Mhm.
The Indiana guy's a transfer. I know his name's on the tip of my tongue. But he came from Cal. He transferred from Cal, but he looks legit. He's
Yes.
solid every single game. Um, I like the Texas A&M is finally making some noise because they've had some good teams in the past. They've always had good defenses, usually pretty much, and then
Yes.
but they would kind of start tanking in like the last 2 or 3 weeks of the year and get themselves out of the playoffs. They would finish like 8-4, 9-3, or something. But this year it looks like they're not going to do that. I hope I didn't jinx them, but I'm glad they're in. I like that Texas A&M is in, and Alabama, like you said, I'm okay with them being number 4. You got to give Coach DeBoer a lot of credit. He was taking a lot of freaking heat this
Oh
year after
yeah.
losing the
Yeah.
first game of losing an early season game against an unranked opponent. He was taking a lot of crap for that, and he looks like he's kind of weathered the storm. So you got to give
Mhm.
him a lot of credit. And to your point, I'm more interested. I'm more interested in 5 through 12 and how it's going to fall
Yeah.
out. Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree with you on that.
Yeah. Yeah. It's going to scramble, man, because I know Texas has a tough one coming up. Yeah, so it's going to be tough. I mean, this for sure won't be the same when we're talking about this a few weeks from now.
Yeah, I think there could be some other teams squeaking in the top 12 because, like I said, there's big matchups. Number 10, Texas at 5, Georgia. Number
Mhm.
11, Oklahoma. Number 4, Alabama. If Oklahoma loses, they're pretty much out. Texas loses, they're pretty much out. That's
Yeah.
going to change the landscape, big time. Because I think Texas already has 2 losses, correct? But they've been winning some
Yeah.
games. They've won like 4 or 5 in a row now. Like I said, Archie Manning is playing better.
Yes.
He threw for well over 300 yards last game. The game before that, he was like over 250. Looks like the last like 3 or 4 games, he's kind of like figured it out after struggling the first 4 or 5 games of the year. He looks different. Um, can Notre Dame hold on? That's interesting. After them dropping the first 2 games of the
Mm.
year, can Notre Dame hold on?
That's another one that, yeah, that it's going to be fun to watch. So, boy, who are they playing? I'm
They're
trying to look
playing
at the
Pitt
first.
this week, which is they're ranked number 23 at Pitt, so that's going to be a good one. That's a no
Mm-hmm.
slouch. That's a no slouch game. Obviously, Notre
Oh
Dame will
yeah, yeah,
be
yeah.
favored, but Pitt have been giant killers before,
Yes.
and they are playing at Pitt, which helps. So that's going to be interesting. But you got to give Notre Dame a lot of credit but they did lose to 2 very good teams. They lost to Miami in week 1. They lost a nail biter game, and I think they lost to Texas A&M on a 1 point controversial call at the end of the game or no call or something. I remember the Notre Dame coach was pretty fired up with that, like 42-41 or something like that, 41-40. It was a
Right.
crazy. I'm not sure what happened. It was way too long ago for me to remember, but I remember there was a little bit of drama at the end, like how that all finished. You know, but Notre Dame lost 2 games, but they're both in the playoff, but they're both playoff level teams. So
Yeah. So
so
that'll keep them. Well, if anything, will keep them in. That will. So, like we talked about earlier this season, they probably can't lose anymore. But
they can't. They have no conference championship
yeah,
game to help them out. Like last
right.
year, Clemson got in at 10-3. They're the number 12 team. They're the only 3 lost team to get in because they won their conference. They won their conference championship to finish 10-3. They won the
Yes.
ACC, so they got lucky. But they lost in the first round. So it's like, yeah, we picked you guys, but then you guys lose in the first round.
Yes.
So people could say that's questionable, but they did win their conference, and the ACC is still a Power Four conference, so they put them in for winning their conference. So I can see why they did that. You know. Um, well, let's talk about the top 25 matchups this week. We already mentioned all 3 of them, but we can go down the list. The biggest one is number 10, Texas, at number 5, Georgia. What do you think about that one?
Man, that's going to be tough to go into Georgia and win that game. Boy, yeah, that could. What might save I'm picking Georgia to win this game, but what might save Texas is they keep it close and they lost to Georgia, which is nothing to be ashamed of. I mean, oh man, if it was in Texas, I would pick Texas, but that's going to be tough. I know past couple seasons they played each other. It's been a very close game. Just Texas couldn't get over that hump. So, yeah, I'm going to pick Georgia to pull it off in the end here. Much as I want Texas to win this game, but I'm going with my head here.
No, I'm going with my head too. We both want Texas to win, so if we were both wrong, we're not going to be upset about this because we want Texas to win. But I think Georgia will pull this off too. It probably will be another squeaker, like you're
Yeah,
saying. Georgia isn't as good though as they've been in the past. They're still good, there's no doubt. But Georgia and Alabama are so much more beatable than they were like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8
yeah,
years ago. I mean, like they're beatable, but if Archie Manning keeps on playing well like he has the past 2 or 3 weeks, he could make it interesting. He just cannot have a bad game.
right.
If he plays well, it could come down to the end. If Texas's defense can get a couple turnovers, some easy scores, limit Georgia, you know scoring points. I mean, could be close. But yeah, I still got Georgia squeaking out. I still
Yeah,
think even though they're not as good, I still think they're too tough, and it's at home, which is very helpful for them.
yeah, it's tough to win in that place. Those people
Yeah,
are,
yeah,
yeah, they're nuts. So yeah.
yeah. That's a hard road game. Um, Number 11, Oklahoma at number 4, Alabama.
Mm, wow, two teams I can't stand.
Yeah, I don't like either one of them either. But I
Wow.
think, yeah, I don't know which one I hate more.
I probably me probably Oklahoma more, but boy, I don't see Oklahoma going into Alabama and winning this. I really don't. It's gonna be a tough task as well. I mean, it's I'm picking Alabama.
No, I'm with you so far. Yeah, Oklahoma is better. They were down the past couple of years, finishing 6-6,
Mhm.
6-6, which is not um, typical Oklahoma football. They're usually always ranked year in, year out, and usually pretty
Yes,
good. Got a couple of national championships under their belt, a long time ago, but they're good. Been in the college football playoffs multiple times when they only had top 4 teams going in it. You know, even with old boy, the technically Buccaneers quarterback now got him into a couple, semifinal games when he was there.
yeah,
Baker
Baker Mayfield.
Mayfield. They've always had good teams, but yeah, even though Oklahoma's improved and they're kind of back for a legit top 25 team, they're not going to beat Alabama. And Alabama is starting to play some good football. Alabama's not the way they were the first couple of weeks of the year.
Right, right.
Coach DeBoer's got them playing some good football. They have a really good quarterback. Alabama's
Yes,
quarterback looks legit. They got good receivers. Their running game is struggling though. They couldn't run the ball the last couple of weeks. That is one weakness Alabama has, which is not very Alabama-like. They seem to have not much of a running game. Um, because LSU, you know they beat LSU last week. LSU stuffed them all game long, and
Yes.
that was a very defensive game. They won 20-9, but that game was very defensive. I mean, yeah, they couldn't run, so they're pretty much one-dimensional throwing and stuff like that. So they got to figure out their running game. I'm sure they got
Mhm.
good running backs. They usually recruit well at every position, so I don't know what's going on with that, but they need to figure the running game out, especially if they're going to be in the college football playoffs. I still think they'll beat Oklahoma though. So I got Alabama winning probably about like 2 scores. I don't
Oh,
think it'll be
oh,
like a
there you go.
complete blowout, but it's going to be like a 14-17 point victory, I think. Yeah. It's going to be like a
Okay.
31-14, 31-17 or something kind of game. That's what I predict.
All
30,
right.
yeah, something like
I
that.
think it'll be a little closer, but I got Alabama winning still.
Yeah. It won't be a complete blowout because Oklahoma is talented, but
Yes.
I don't think they got enough for Alabama. Alabama's defense is decent. I mean, there's no
Yes.
doubt that they're good on defense this year. That's like, kind of like one of their strengths actually right now.
Mhm.
Um, since their running game is struggling, but their defense is really good. Um, number 9 Notre Dame at number 23 Pitt.
Notre Dame's going in the pit. Like you mentioned before, Pitt is no easy win. It won't be easy. They beat some good teams before. Man, but I think Notre Dame's still going to be too much for Pitt.
I would love to see an upset here. Pitt
So
is
would I.
known for upsets. I almost want to pick it. Something I almost want to pick it, but something's telling me to still stick with Notre Dame, like you said. I'll go with you 3 times throw. I think there is definitely potential for an upset here. I think of all the games, this is the one where it could happen. I don't think I think that's the one. This week. Because Notre Dame's won like 8 or 9 games in a row. Like you know, Pitt is no joke. So it could happen, but I'll stick with Notre Dame just because like they got 2 really good freaking running backs.
Oh,
That love
yes.
that love guy is a freaking beast, and
Mm.
the other guy is good. Their quarterback is better last year than this year.
Yes.
He's good. They have a good offense, solid defense again. Yeah, I think Notre Dame would just be a little bit too much. So yeah, and I think it helps that they played top competition beginning of the year to kind of get them battle tested.
Yes.
Even though they lost both those games, like we already mentioned, but they got battle tested very early on, and I think they're fine. So yeah, I got Notre Dame, but don't be surprised if something happens in this game though, and we're gonna come
No,
back
no.
next week saying there was an upset. All right, NFL man, what do you want to talk about first in the NFL, brother?
Boy, let's
Before we get
see.
to
We got
games, we have multiple things to talk about. Which one do you want to talk about
uh,
first?
our old rival coach from the Giants. Man, as much as I like that guy, it's unfortunate that he lost his job. I mean, I think we'll go with that. Starting off 3-8 with an organization like the Giants, they're not going to put up with that too long. He's a coach that wears his heart on his sleeve. You can see it out there, but I think they just wanted a different voice. I know that Scalaboo injury didn't help him. Dart he's on concussion protocol. I'm a little surprised that they went ahead and made the move now, but starting off 3-8, 3 years in a row in that organization, it's time for a change. I would have rather him done it at the end of the season, but it was inevitable. It was going to happen.
Yeah,
But yeah, uh, feel bad for the guy. I mean, he'll get a job like that right away. I mean, I have no issue with that, but yeah, it's unfortunate. And we'll see what happens with the Giants.
yeah. They have had a couple of bad seasons in a row, starting really slow after he got them to the playoffs, and they had that upset win, with Saquon Barkley and Down Jones upset in Minnesota. That shocked everybody a couple of years back. I think he won Coach of the Year that year, but since that big playoff win, they've sucked. It's
Yes.
unfortunate. Um, I know the one thing I did help them out this year was the very last game. They had Chicago Bears beat 20-10. They're up by 2 scores.
Mm-hmm.
Jackson Dart gets on concussion protocol. you can't blame Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson actually got them the field goal. He did complete a big pass down the sideline. Well, the running back did most of the damage, but he still completed the pass. The running back broke a couple of tackles. Next thing you know, he's running 40 yards, getting them inside the red zone. And that they were at 17-10 at that point, but then they made the field goal up. They go up 20-10. It looks like the game is over, and all of a sudden, Caleb Williams and the offense just wake up and score back-to-back touchdowns. They win 24-20. And Russell Wilson's receivers let them down. On that last drive when they were behind 24-20, they cannot blame Russell Wilson. He ran for one first down that drive to keep the drive going. He showed some old legs, like he still got it going a little bit to get him a first down. And then he had a receiver drop an easy ball for a first down, and that killed them. Next thing you know, they're in 4th and long. That third down play, that would have been a first down. He drops a pass he'll catch 99 out of 100 times, so he basically choked.
Yeah.
I can't remember who it was, but he should have caught that ball because Russell Wilson did his job. He found the open receiver. He threw it out there. It was a good throw. It wasn't off target. He should have caught that damn thing, and the dude just flat out dropped it. Because I know every time Russell Wilson seems to go into the game in New York, they boo him. I feel so bad for him. But I don't blame him being very sad about Jackson Dart. He's a great young player.
Oh, yes.
So, but I feel bad for Russell Wilson getting booed, though, because he's won a Super Bowl. I mean, it's hard to come off the bench cold. And plus,
right.
And plus, the New York Giants' offense has sucked for the past decade. It only came to life when Scatterbo and Dart got there. So it's not like Russell Wilson. I mean, they've been sucking with multiple quarterbacks and multiple players in their offensive system for years. So it's not just him, But I think that's what got the coach fired because, the Bears, that was a bad loss last week.
Yeah, terrible loss.
I think if he would have won last week, he probably still has his job.
No doubt. I believe it.
Yeah.
Man, when they beat Philadelphia that game, they had some injuries. I thought, man, they're going to start rolling now. Like I said before, they have an identity. But, those 2 Darts hurt. Scabby's out for the season. And like you mentioned, that bad loss. So it's just time for a different voice, time for a change. We'll see what happens the rest of the season.
Yeah, you got to get Caleb Williams and them a lot correct because they come back 2 weeks in a row. They did this in Cincinnati last week, winning some kind of crazy game, 47-42, some last-second drama. When they're behind, Chicago Bears have come back 2 weeks in a row out of the middle of nowhere. They got something going. I knew they'd be better this year, but I didn't think they would be like this. So those 6-3, I knew that they would be better, but they're looking like, wow, Chicago's back all of a sudden. So. Because they would have lost that game. I'm like, it's this Chicago. They'll finish 500 this year, 500, which I kind of expected this year. But now they're 6-3, so maybe they might be they might finish a little bit better than I thought. But there's still a long ways to go. But I thought they went 5-4. Yeah, they'll finish 8-8 or 8-9 or 9-8 or something. It'll be a bad loss against the Giants. I kind of set them back a little bit, but they found a way to win that freaking game. What do you think about? Let's talk about. Well, we got the Dallas trade, but first I want to talk about head coach Sean Payton because he's on my mind.
Yeah.
Denver's 8-2, one of the best teams in the league. Them, Seattle, I think Patriots are like around the same mark too, or something. Patriots are absolutely on fire right now. But Sean Payton got mad at his press conference after they won, but they won very ugly against the Raiders on Thursday Night Football. And he didn't like the press conference because one of the whatchamacallits, journalist, asked him like, "Hey, I know you guys are 8-2, so I know you are what your record is." So like, yeah, we are what our record is. He knew what kind of question was coming. He was trying to like block it off at the very beginning, and but the guy was trying to say, yeah, but you're 8-2, but do you feel like you're an 8-2 team because the way you guys are playing? I personally think that's a legitimate question because yes, you guys 8-2, but you guys don't look like any kind of gangbusters at all. You look like they're the most suspicious 8-2 team I've ever seen.
Yeah.
That's how I think it's a fair question. Sean Payton didn't like it. I didn't like how he handled it. I don't like him in general, and that was just another reason why I don't like him. I just think he's an a-hole. So, yeah.
I'm glad you mentioned that. I've had that same I guess, feeling about him that he's just one of those condescending type players, kind of like how Aaron Rodgers is,
Yeah, exactly.
like that. So yeah, I've had that feeling about him too. No doubt, great coach. No doubt. I mean, one of the best coaches. I mean, I wouldn't mind him coaching Dallas, but I mean,
Yeah, I
even though
got you.
Shotty's
He
doing,
is a great
I mean,
coach.
even though
Yeah, yeah.
Shotty's doing the best he could with what he has with Dallas, we'll get to that in a minute. But yeah, I know what the like you mentioned. I know what that reporter was trying to say. Yeah, the record says you're 8-2, but or whatever the record is, but your play hasn't shown it.
Yeah.
Your defense is legit.
Yeah, defense is
Offense, I don't know.
legit. Their number one defense looks legit. Yeah.
Yeah, they're big time. I mean, yeah, great defense, probably the best secondary in the league.
Yeah.
But yeah, offense hasn't shown so. So yeah, I mean, reporter was just doing his job. Don't need to degrade him.
Yeah, I didn't like it at all. The reporter could have asked the question maybe a little bit better.
Maybe,
He could
maybe.
have phrased it maybe a little bit better. Maybe, but yeah, it's a legit question. Maybe I think he phrased it just fine. Actually, just thinking about it. Yeah, you're 8-2, but you don't look 8-2. That's basically what he's saying. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you
Yeah.
know, um,
Yes.
yes, they've had some great fourth quarter comebacks. Bo Nix is off to a great start in his second
Yeah.
season. He is a gamer, which is good to have. Like he does. I mean, he does make comebacks is what you need in a quarterback. But the problem is in their offense, they wait too long to get started, and I think what people are thinking is like, yeah, this is gonna eventually bite you in the butt. You can't wait until the fourth quarter to get your offense going.
Oh,
And they did this against a bad team. Against good teams, it's more understandable. Like the game last night, Monday Night Football. Like those are two very solid teams. They're both their defenses are solid with Green Bay and Philly. So that's more expected to be a low scoring game against two really good defense, two playoff level teams. That's playoff.
yes.
That's kind of like playoff football, right? But we were
Yes.
playing the freaking Raiders at home. I think it was at
Mhm.
home, right? I believe it was at home.
At home, at Denver.
It was at
At Denver.
Denver.
Yes.
Like you're supposed to blow those guys. I mean, it's the NFL. It's like any given Sunday, but you should blow those guys out of the water more than likely by 2 or 3 scores. I mean, that game should have been close.
Yes.
That's what they're saying.
Yeah,
You know.
and maybe the division game might have something to do with it. That tends to
Yeah,
even
they're
it out
always gonna be a
a
little bit
bit.
closer. They are a big rivalry. That's true. There's something to do with that a little bit. Yes,
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah.
That
So
division game does have an effect because they're always gonna be more competitive than non-division games sometimes. So
right.
because that both teams know each other really well. Also, I mean that there's some things there at that's for sure. But I still don't like Sean Payton, and I think Denver needs to figure out their offense if they want to make any kind of noise in the playoffs.
Right. I agree.
So they got 7 more games to figure out their offense before the playoffs start. So we'll see what happens with
Yes.
them. All right, let's get into our Cowboys. I'll let you talk about that. We have a big trade. What's going on with this trade, brother?
Whew. Well, that night, that game before where Jerry Jones hinted that they were going to make a move. Well, first thing I saw that morning was Logan Wilson. And I'm like, I'm doing this. Who in the world's Logan Wilson? And he was a real good linebacker from Cincy who is not starting anymore. So I'm like, oh, Jerry, you did it to us again. So an hour later, I saw the Quentin Williams trade. With the Jets, maybe the best run stopper in the league, and can pass rush. So this guy's a difference maker. I'm okay with it. Maybe this other linebacker from Cincy may help the defense, but I'm okay with the trade. I wish they would have done something earlier, but like we talked about before, I think if this defense can move from second to last, I think Cincinnati is the last ranked defense, just somewhere in the middle. I don't know if this guy will make that much of a difference, but they're supposed to be getting some people back. I just read that Overshown's off IR, so hopefully he can make this game. Some other people are coming back. I know Diggs is on IR. I think he'll be out for a few more games. But talking about the trade here, I'm okay with it. He's a guy that can make a difference. They've been sorry on stopping the run. This is a guy that'll start the run. That'll stop the run, rather. So
Okay. No, I
I'm
like the
good.
trade. I agree with everything you said. Obviously, we're a couple games under 500, which isn't good. We're not completely out of the mix yet. If we can start winning some games, and if we can start getting our, because with our offense, to your point, with our as good as our offense is, Dak's having a great year offensively. Our running back is doing better than I thought. He's running the ball pretty good. I
Yeah, a
mean,
lot better than
our,
I thought.
our receivers are doing good. I mean, Pickens is doing really well with CeeDee Lamb. Like we got the offensive weapons, man. If we could figure out the defensive side of the ball, yeah, we could make a late playoff run and make a wild card spot. I don't know how far we'll get in the playoffs, but if we go into the playoffs hot, like win like 4 or 5 games in a row, anything can happen. So it's not looking good for the Cowboys. I'm not saying they're making the playoffs, but they're not completely out of it.
No,
They're still 7 games to go, and they're not if they can win like 5 or 6 of these last 7 games or however many games they got left, they can get in the playoffs. So
well, I got something for you here. They have 8 more games, and I have their
they had
eight
a bye
games.
week. Yeah, if they win
Yes.
6 out of 8. I think they're in.
Well, yeah, exactly. I have their 8 games here. If they lose this game to the Raiders, they're out.
Yeah, they got to win this week, and that's a very winnable
Okay,
game.
they're out. They got to win this game. The tough part are these next three. They have the Eagles, they have the Chiefs on Thanksgiving, and they
Ouch.
have the Lions after that.
Woo.
If they can get one of those, I think the one they can get is that Eagles game.
Yes.
Realistically,
Yeah, we usually
realistically,
split against the Eagles. Yeah.
yeah. Realistically, I mean, if they can get one out of those three, the rest are very winnable. They got the Vikings, Chargers, Commanders, and Giants.
Yeah, I
I'm with
agree.
you on the six. I'm with you on the 6-2.
Yeah, I agree. If they go 6-2, I think they're in. They could win in one of those 3 tough games. I
Yeah,
think they're in. Yeah,
yeah. They may need some help, but they have a real good shot. They can go 6-2 with these last 8.
I agree. If they go 6-2, I think that'll be 9 wins, 7 losses, and 1 tie. That could get them
Yeah,
in, right?
yeah,
So
yeah,
yeah, that could get them in. We've seen a
yeah.
lot of 9-17s make the playoffs. So
Yes.
um,
So yeah. So hopefully this is a difference maker where they can stop the run, get healthy in that secondary. Um, I mean, I don't know what Blonde was doing that game. He was in another world. I don't know. That was
yeah,
terrible.
yeah, I
But
agree.
yeah, need the defense to step up if they want to make a run. That's all there is to it.
Yeah, if they can, we'll see what happens with our offense. We know we got the offensive firepower.
Yeah.
You know, right now there's too much pressure on offense to score every drive, like I said, which is almost impossible. It's hard to score
Yes.
every single freaking drive because you are playing against other really good defenses. Sometimes you just got to punt, you know, and play defense and try to get the ball back. I mean, God, it's hard to score every single drive. You had to score 35 points a game just to win. Like that's hard, man. So yeah, if they got a defense there, they can do it.
Yeah.
All right. Before moving the picks, let's talk about one more thing. The Jayden Daniels injury. What do you think about
Mm.
that? This was
Matt,
last week, not this is a couple weeks ago, but what do you think, man? Because this is a blowout game. Why was he still in the game?
flashbacks of what happened to RG3 against
Yes.
the same team, and from what I understand, almost the same area of the field.
Oh my God.
That's eerie. That's just crazy.
Yeah.
So I hope that this injury doesn't hurt the career like it did RG3. He was never the same after that. Never the same. But oh man, he shouldn't have been in there. If he's going to play him, he should have been handing off the ball. Game was over. Had no business. What's he doing throwing the ball for? Running.
He was
Uh,
scrambling. Yeah.
oh man. Yeah, that gets me. Yeah, yeah. He shouldn't have been there. And I don't know how bad this injury is, but we've seen it before with a player that had the potential to be great and it just ruined it. He was never the same. And I hope this doesn't happen here.
The good news is I think it's his non-throwing hand, which helps. I don't think
Right.
it's his throwing hand, which is very good. So he'll still have the arm strength. I know his elbow went the wrong way. It was pretty ugly to look at. You could tell it got stuck in the ground. It kind of went out. It was pretty disgusting. I don't think
Yeah.
anything's broke though. I think it's just like really badly,
Real bad dislocation.
yeah,
Yeah, good.
dislocated or something. Um, Severe sprain, dislocation, whatever the case may be. But I don't think
Mhm.
anything's actually broke. I don't think it could have been worse, is what I'm saying. I'm no doctor.
Yes.
We might sound really
Yeah.
dumb right now medically, but um, I just know it was on his left arm and not his right arm, which is good because I know he throws with his right. So he still
Right.
has all of his power in his right arm. It's just he needs to be healthy in his other arm so he can take some hits and not get hurt. He needs to. But
Mhm.
I think the good news is I think he'll be okay. Thank God it was
Yes.
on his left and not his right. If it was on his right, we'll be talking about this could be, yeah, hopefully not, but could be like a career killer like RG3 if it's on his throwing.
Yeah.
So thank goodness it wasn't. I really
Yeah.
like the coach, our old defensive coordinator from the Cowboys, Quinn. But
Yeah.
Quinn, why was
Quinn.
he in the game? I
Yeah.
mean, it was 38-7 with like 5 minutes to go. Like, why
Game's
was
over.
he in the
Nope. Yeah.
game?
Yeah.
The Seahawks are blowing you out. I mean, I don't get it. I don't. There was nothing
Yeah.
competitive left to play for, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. Yeah. Get your stars out of there, or hand the ball off. I mean,
Yeah, yeah, I don't get it. 'Cause that's what Mariota did. Mariota came in and handed the ball off, and the running back scores a touchdown like 2 plays later. I'm like, he could have just done that. But yeah. Oh my God. But yeah, I hope he's. I think he's okay. Thank goodness. At least I'm definitely hoping he's okay because I want him to have a good career. I like his head. He seems like a good young man, good face for the league for a long time to come. So hopefully he's good to go next season. Let's get into some picks. I don't think we missed anything else to talk about in NFL besides before we get into picks. I don't believe
mhm.
so. If not, we could talk about it during picks. um,
Yeah.
but we got the first game I got in the docket here is Jets at the Pats. Jets have won 2 in a row, surprisingly.
Hmm.
They have won a couple of games in
Yep.
a row,
They
so I'm happy
sure
for their
have.
coach that he finally got off
Boy.
that no win stuff going on. He had going on there for a while.
Boy. And yeah, the Patriots should win this easily, but we were talking about division games. Um, sheesh. We had Miami upset KC last week. Division game.
That's what I wanted to bring up. But
Ah,
yeah, there we go. I'm glad you said that.
well, yeah, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't have picked Miami to beat them. I mean, but boy, looks like that trade woke up the Jets. But I'm still no. Oh man, no. I'm not picking an upset here. I'm going with the Patriots. It could be a trap game for the Patriots, but I'm not going to
Yeah,
pick that.
it could be a trap game, but Patriots are on fire. I think they won like 5 or 6 in a row. They can't lose right now, and the Jets have won 2 games in a row to get off that no wins for the season. Now they're 2-7. You know, I think they'll lose.
Hmm.
Yeah, and it's at Pats. I mean, obviously they're not too far away from each other, but I still got the Pats winning. They'll continue. They'll continue their winning streak. But I did want to bring that up. Yeah, I couldn't believe that was my takeaways from last week. Was like Chicago Bears come back and Buffalo losing to Miami. That was surprising. Those were my takeaways from
Oh,
last
Buffalo.
week
I
on
said
Monday.
KC. Sorry. Yeah, Buffalo. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. I can't believe Buffalo lost to Miami. That
yeah,
surprised me.
yeah,
A
yeah.
Chain just ran all over them. So
Yep,
yeah,
sure did.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That was surprising. Next one, Commanders at Dolphins. Dolphins obviously had the big win against Buffalo. Do they continue against
Mm,
Commanders are struggling?
they are. They are. They have Mariota in there, and oh man, that boy, that's gonna be a That's gonna be a weird one to pick. Oh, that's the one in Spain.
That's right.
That's the
That's
one in
the
Madrid.
same game.
Oh, okay. So not really a neutral field, no home court advantage. I'm gonna go with Miami. I'm saying they keep rolling. I'm going Miami. Off that big win, I think they'll roll. They'll win two in a row.
Commanders got to win
Miami.
at some point. I
Hmm.
like Marcus Mariota as their backup. He's a legit backup that can win them some games. He's had a decent NFL career when he started with Tennessee. And like I said many times before, I know people like to ride him pretty hard, but I thought he had a decent career in Tennessee. Won a couple playoff games in Tennessee. I know the one quarterback replaced him there, whatever his name was, the old Texas A&M wide receiver that got converted back into quarterback when he got drafted. I know his
Yeah.
name on tip of my tongue with Derrick Henry, but he had some good years there. I think he's a legit backup. He could still win some games, but yeah, the Dolphins are on fire, and the Commanders are playing bad even with Jayden Daniels in there, so it's not all Marcus Mariota's fault. They're just not
Right.
playing good
Right.
football right now in general, no matter who's the starting quarterback. Yeah, I got Dolphins winning. I think they win two in a row. I do. I think they win two in a row.
All right. Nice.
Packers at the Giants.
Oh, man. Green Bay looked terrible yesterday. Mm. Giants just fired their coach. They playing for pride.
Mm.
I'm still going to go with Green Bay.
I think Green Bay bounces back too. They did lose a very defensive game last night, 10-7.
Yeah.
So yeah, both defenses were lights out. Packers had a chance to tie it in the end off a questionable decision by Sirianni to not punt the ball on fourth down. They gave the ball back to 27 seconds and give them good field position, not getting the fourth down. That was very
Mhm.
questionable, but they dodged a bullet. The Philadelphia dodged a bullet. I think Packers bounce back. Yeah, Giants are playing for pride. I think they will. I think they will win a couple more games as the season goes along, especially if Jackson Dart comes back from concussion protocol. But
Yes.
I got Packers. Packers, Jordan Love and company bounce back. I like Jordan Love. He's playing some good football. I think his receivers made some mistakes yesterday that cost them the game also. Some drop passes on a crucial fourth down earlier in the game that could have got them in the red zone. They went for like on a 4th and 5 or something, and
Mm.
their receiver dropped a very good ball. He should have had that. And
Yes. Yes.
and I know they're missing Tucker Kraft, their tight end, which is hurting them because he's
Mm.
very big on their offense. But I think they still have enough weapons. They still have a good running back. Their running back he had a good game overall. I know his name, the guy that came from the Raiders, but he had a good game overall. But on their last drive of the game, he made a mistake too. He was going out to the flat. He turns to the right instead of turning to the left
Mm-hmm.
where the ball was going to be. He's going out to the left side of the field. I don't know why he turns to the right when you're
Yeah.
running to the left. Love throws it to the left where he should have been looking because you're running to the
Right.
left. Why are you turning back to the right? That's like
Yeah.
you're running left and
That's,
you're going
I'm
right.
like, bro, what are you doing?
That
Yeah.
looks so freaking weird.
Mhm.
He doesn't catch the ball and he had like green gap. He had like so much. That was gonna be like a 30-yard play probably.
Yes. Oh yeah.
They,
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
had the
He's
right they had the right play called, but he turned the running back turns the wrong way and that screwed up their last drive. They still. I mean, they could have tied the game, or maybe dang near. They could have won the game.
yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
That play was huge. He had a good game overall, but I can't believe he pivoted the wrong way. I'm like, dude,
Mm.
that's like high school, middle school crap. Dude, like, why did you do that? And that's low level right there. I couldn't believe it.
Yes.
Next game. Texans at Titans. Texans had a huge win. They had a huge comeback win against Jacksonville, being down by 19
Yeah.
points. They won. They had their backup in. Did something happen to CJ Stroud?
Yes. Yeah. I didn't know that. And I didn't. I can't even think of the guy's name, but
I think
I don't know
Mills.
that. Mm. What's his name?
Mills.
Mills. Yes.
I thought CJ
Yeah.
Stroud was in, but then they said Mills ran for the game-winning touchdown. I'm like, when did he get in the game? When did he?
Yeah. Yeah.
What's up
Yeah.
with
I
CJ
didn't hear
Stroud?
what happened to him either, but yeah. Yeah. I'm not sure what happened. I'll have to look that up later. But Texans have been rolling. Houston's been rolling.
They
So
still got a chance. They got a
yeah.
chance.
Yeah, and I expect them not. I don't expect anything different here. I'm surprised they're still only favored by 6.5. So I'm going to take Houston.
Yeah, I think they're 4-5 or something like that. I think or
Yeah,
something like that. They even out their record. I think they're going to be five
yeah,
and five. I got Texans
yeah.
winning this
Four
one
and
too.
five. Uh huh.
Yeah, Titans are rebuilding. We know this rookie quarterback. Yeah, Texans probably win this game. Panthers at the Falcons. I'm surprised the Panthers lost to New Orleans Saints last week. They're doing
Boy,
better this year, but I can't believe they
yes,
lost that game.
both of these teams are hard to figure out. I expected Atlanta to be better, though, but this is a tough game to pick here.
Yeah, it is very hard because both teams are very unpredictable. You don't know what you're going to get from them, like the good and the bad.
Right. I'm going to go with Carolina. I think there'll be a tough matchup for that Falcons defense. Um, the way Carolina's been running that ball, I think Dallas took the position now as far as starter.
Yeah, he's had a great year. He
Yeah,
showed it against the
'cause I know
Cowboys. That's for
Hubbard's
damn
healthy,
sure.
but
He went off against us.
Dallas, yeah, yeah. So I'm going to take Carolina.
I'm gonna go with the Falcons. I know the Dirty Birds are Dirty Birds. They're untrustable, but they still are
Mhm.
really talented. They got a good running back themselves.
Oh yes,
The Texas running back, the UW quarterback is legit. I mean, they got
yes.
Drake London, their receiver. They have a good defense also. Panthers are much improved, but I think Falcons can win this one at home.
Okay,
So I'll
they're
go
favored.
with on
Oh
that
yeah,
one. Huh?
yeah, yeah, yeah. Atlanta's favored. So yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's possible.
Yeah. That's one I'll go opposite of you. Um,
Okay.
this should be a good game. Bears at Vikings. Vikings are struggling, but they're still in the playoffs. They're 4-5 also, but they're not out of it by any means. They still got. I like JJ McCarthy. He's playing better.
Yes.
They get off the slow starts. They still got one of the best receivers in the league. They still can win some games here. But the Bears are like the comeback
Wow.
kings, the cardiac arrest kids the
Yes.
last couple of weeks. So who do you got, man?
Boy, got Caleb Williams. You got Dunze. Yeah, oh man, you got that quarterback. Well, you got those receivers for the Vikings. That's good.
Yeah, Addison.
I'm expecting fireworks here, man. I really am. I'm going to take the Vikings. Reluctantly, I'm taking the Vikings. It's tough.
Yeah, this is a hard one. Very hard. This is a very hard pick. Can the Bears keep it rolling? We know the Vikings are struggling, but we know how capable they are with the receivers they got. JJ McCarthy is progressing at quarterback. This is really his rookie year, not last year, not playing the
Yes.
whole entire season, being injured with the ACL. Um, I'll take the Vikings also. Yeah, they got a good enough offense. Yeah, they can give the Bears some hard times. They have a good defense. They have a good defense also. Um, they're gonna give Bears some trouble. But I really do like the Dunze Caleb Williams connection that you mentioned. That's gonna be a
Yes.
connection for a long time to come. They're,
Yes.
they're gonna they're gonna be a great duo for a while if they both stay healthy, playing together for the next several years.
Mhm.
But I still take the Vikings. Justin Jefferson's still legit. You
Yes.
know, he did have 12 targets, only 4 catches last week. But hopefully, him and JJ McCarthy can. I think they'll figure it out though as time
Yeah.
moves
Oh yeah.
along. Yeah, he's too good. He's too good. Um, Chargers at the Jags. The Jags had that game won last week against Houston.
Mhm.
They're very up and down lately, but they
Yeah.
are playing at home. Chargers look good. Made the Pittsburgh Steelers look pretty bad on Sunday
Beat
Night
the brakes
Football.
off.
Yeah,
Ooh, feel bad, and won't be any different here. I got the Chargers. They're on fire right now. So yeah, I saw what they did to Pittsburgh, and wow, I was impressed.
yeah,
So I'm gonna go with the Chargers here.
yeah. I'll go with the Chargers as well for some reason. Jags are decent, but they're very up and down. One week they win, one week they lose. They are playing at home, which helps. They're very capable of winning this game. This is a long trip, going from coast to coast for the Chargers. But they're good. Jim Harbaugh's a winner. He's a tough minded coach. He's hard nosed as hell. He loves his
Yeah.
quarterback, Justin Herbert. Oh yeah, that's one thing I forgot to mention too. How to forget that? Oh boy, the receiver has the most catches in Chargers history. He broke it. He broke Antonio Gates record last on the Sunday Night Football game.
Keenan Allen.
Keenan Allen.
Oh
I don't know
yes.
how I didn't mention that at the beginning of the show. I knew I had
Yeah,
some
yeah, yeah.
topics I didn't mention. That was one of them. Oh my god. Yeah,
Yeah.
Keenan Allen has like 956 catches for the Chargers organization.
And he's part of the reason of the Chargers' success right now. He's like
Yeah.
their security blanket. I mean,
Yep.
he it's weird. That guy's always open, always open. I mean, I think they just tell him, hey, just go out there and just find the soft spot somewhere, and we'll get the ball to you.
Yep.
It's crazy. Yeah, yeah. Congrats to him, man.
He has over 1,000 catches in his career. I looked it up because he went summer last year. He got traded. He was 1 year with someone else, and he comes back to the Chargers this year. But 956 catches with the Chargers, and he's got a little over 1,000 overall for his career, like 1,020
Yeah.
something. So he's in the 1,000 receivers club, which is no
Yes.
joke. That's hard to do. So he's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
He's got Hall of Fame numbers. And Antonio Gates was at that game too, so he congratulated him. So
Nice.
that was cool. Um, this is a good game. Bucks at the Bills. Will the Bills bounce back at home?
My answer to that question is yes, because it's tough to beat the Bills at home.
And it's starting to get
Especially,
cold. It's
yeah,
starting to get
and
cold.
yeah, I don't see Tampa Bay going up there and beating them. I don't see it. Yeah, I'm taking the Bills.
I don't either. I got the Bills. Bucks are very good this year. I think they're another playoff bound
Oh
team.
yeah, yes.
Bills defense is the question. Their defense is really struggling.
Mhm.
We know what they can do offensively. It's their defense. But yeah, I think the Bills bounce back this game. I think this will be too hard for the Bucks coming from Florida, going up to New York. I don't see that
Yeah,
happening. Um, yeah, I got the Bills in this one. Um, but Baker Mayfield is a very tough-minded guy who will play his butt off. We know that
yeah.
much.
But he'll carry him.
He'll
He'll
carry him.
until that score is all zeros. He'll.
They lost a close game last week against another playoff level team. I can't think of it, but it was a very close game. It was a one score game. He was carrying them, like you said. He was trying to will them to a win.
Yes.
So we know he's going to play hard. Um, Bengals at the Steelers. Do the Steelers bounce back? Bengals have the offense.
Yeah.
Flacco's playing great for the old man. He's connecting with both receivers, Jamar
Yes.
Chase and T. Higgins. They
Yes.
should they lost to the Bears 47-42. They should have won that freaking game. Like this is gonna be a
The
better game, I
best,
think, what people think.
like I said a while back, probably the best receivers he's had his whole career
Yeah,
are these two. But man, you know what? I hate picking this division where they play each other
yeah.
because for some reason, I never get it right. I'm going to go ahead and pick Pittsburgh here after that beat they took from the Chargers. I expect them to bounce back, but man, you never know with this division what can happen.
Steelers are kind of a weird team. Their defense isn't playing as good as they used to. They're still a good defense overall, but you know, TJ Watt's been slowed down the last 3 or 4 games. He's still obviously a Hall of Fame player. He can make things happen. I think he'll have a good season as the year progresses, but he's been kind of not doing much the last couple of weeks. They seem to have him in check the last 2 to 3 games. Will he come back and have a big game defensively? The Steelers, I mean, Aaron Rodgers has played well overall in the offensive end. There's no doubt about it. He didn't play good last Sunday, but he has looked better than I thought he would this year. He's not washed up like I thought he was. He's been good most of the year. So I expect him to bounce back, but the Bengals can put up points. I know that. So it just depends how much how well the Steelers offense can play.
Yes.
I expect them to bounce back, but Bengals are good enough offensively to win this game. I know that. Um, but yeah, I think the Steelers will bounce back at home with the terrible towels. And half the damn fans at the Chargers game was Pittsburgh Steelers fans with their dang towels. I couldn't believe it. They travel like crazy, man. There's Steelers fans everywhere.
Oh, they
Um,
travel every. Yeah, yeah, yeah. They're everywhere. You're right. Yes.
they're probably the
I
best
just saw
traveling.
some.
Go
I
ahead.
just saw something that we'll go. I'll mention it. It's NBA related, and we'll talk about it after.
Okay, got you.
Stay tuned, folks.
Okay, cool. Couple more games to go.
Actually, two things. Actually, two things.
Okay,
Yeah.
we'll speed this up then. 49ers at Cardinals. Who you got?
Ooh. Boy, let me see. Purdy's still out, but they're still winning, except for last week. Uh, barely, but I'm gonna go with San Francisco. Barely, barely.
I'll go San Fran. Cardinals looked like gangbusters the other week before. Then they got their butt kicked by up here in Seattle this week. They got whooped, but they beat our Cowboys. We know that like they looked good against the Cowboys, but yeah, I think 49ers win this game. Um, Offensively, 49ers are playing deep, but okay, their defense is so banged up that
Hmm.
but their defense is so misaligned right now with Fred Warner, Bosa, all those guys out. But 49ers offense is still playing good. Christian McCaffrey, backup quarterback for San Francisco, is playing well. You know, other guys are stepping up on receiving. The tight end is back. George Kittle. Offensively, they're okay. It's the defense. But I think the 49ers will win.
All right.
Um, One of the biggest games of the week, Seahawks at the Rams. Both teams are 7-2, fighting for the NFC West lead in the division.
Oh, what a matchup. Oh, what a matchup. Man, I'm off Sunday too. I hope that's the game of the week for Fox.
I think it
Man, that's
is.
gonna be good. Good, 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 good. Yeah, I want to see that one. Boy, you know what? I think I'm gonna go with the Rams here. Man, Stafford's playing MVP level right now. Very good, on fire. So yeah, I'm gonna go with the Rams.
Stafford is playing MVP level, there's no doubt. Nakua's back. Oh boy, did get hurt, but I think he's okay.
Yes.
The other receiver that came from the Raiders, we know his name. Oh my God. What's the guy from the Raiders that is a good that played for Green Bay? Stud
Say Ad,
receiver.
not Adams.
Adams. Yeah,
It is
Adams.
Adams. Yeah, yeah.
He
Okay.
did something to his back last week, but I think he's okay. I think he's not out. I think he just tweaked some. I think he's fine. Devontae Adams, yeah. I think he's okay. But Seahawks have had their troubles against the Rams over the years, but
Mhm.
I think they're finally going to break the ice. I'll go against you. I could be very well be wrong. You're probably going to be right, but I will go with the Seahawks.
It's
Their
gonna be a
de-
good
their
game.
defense is legit. Sam Darnold's
Yes.
having
Oh
two good
yeah.
years in a row.
Yeah.
JSN, Jackson Smith Najigba is legit. He already broke 1,000 receiving yards for the year last week, and we're only halfway through the damn season. He's broke 1,000
Yeah.
receiving yards. He's on fire. Seattle has two good running backs in Kenneth Walker and Charbonnet. Um, Good young tight ends. Like they're good, man.
Yes.
Their defense is really good. They're they can stop. Yeah, they're going to be like the new Legion of Boom the way they're looking.
Yes.
They look good, so I'll go with Seahawks. Next big game, we're talking about how much the Broncos are struggling, but Chiefs at Broncos. What do you think is going to happen in this one? Chiefs
Mm.
at the Broncos, another huge game in the
Wow.
AFC
Wow.
West.
Wow. At Denver. Ooh, boy, that's gonna be a tough task. But Chiefs have been on fire. I'm gonna go with KC, man.
I'm going to go with them too because I think this is a more must-win game for the
It,
Chiefs.
it, exactly. They gotta have this game.
They got to
Gotta
have
have
this
it.
game, and they got to prove to everyone that they're back.
Yes.
So I think if Broncos lose, it's not going to hurt them as much. If KC loses, I think it's really going to hurt them. So I got the Chiefs. I don't think the Chiefs will lose this game. So, but they're going up against number one defense. But Travis Kelce's playing better. They got
Hmm.
their other receiver, their playmaker Rice back. You know, they should be okay.
Hmm.
I can't remember if Xavier Worthy is back or not. If he's back, they have another playmaker back.
Yeah.
I know Rice finally came back a couple weeks, so he seems to be
Yes.
helping them out. He's their number one guy. Um, Ravens are on fire. Ravens at Browns. We thought they're out of the mix. They are not out of the mix. They're predicting them to win
Oh,
their division after being 1-5. They're
yeah.
predicting them to win it.
Yeah. They're rolling again. Like I said, I don't like picking this division, and it's not going to be easy to go into Cleveland. Cleveland still has that good defense, but I'm going to go ahead and go out on the limb here and pick the Ravens to win it. It's going to be like a 10-7 game, but I'm going to pick the Ravens.
I got Ravens all the way. Lamar Jackson's back. Um, they still have their good tight end. They got receivers.
Oh, Mark
They got
Andrews, he scored, I think, 3 games in a row now. So yeah. So
yeah.
they do have an offense role. Yeah.
Henry's playing good again. It looks like he's not fumbling anymore. He had a couple of fumble games. He had like 2 or 3 fumbling games in a row, which was odd for him. But he looks like
Yeah.
he's back. He's a beast. He's a future Hall of Famer. Yeah, I got the Ravens. Sunday night football. 2 more games left. Lions at the Eagles. Big matchup. Lions and Eagles.
Mm, mm. Boy.
I know who I want to win, but I don't know if they will win. So
Yeah. I'm gonna go with my head here and pick the Eagles. I'll be pulling for the Lions, of course. I mean, but the Lions can win this game, can easily win this game. But yeah, just man. But yeah, I'm gonna stick with the Eagles. Just pick them in my head.
okay. Uh, Eagles offense is struggling, kind of, sort of. They've been up and down. Saquon Barkley is playing better though. He had a
Yeah.
100 yard. He had a big breakout game, not last night, but the week before. He had his first 100 yard rush game of the year. He's still on track to rush for over 1,000 yards. Over 1,000 yards this year, even though he's not having the season he was last year. He had
Yes.
a good first half last night. The problem is they stuffed him in the second half. He had like 11 carries for like 46, 47 yards, which is pretty good. But then
Yes.
he runs the ball 9 more times and gains like 12 yards. So, but one of them was like a 6 yard loss, which just kills you as a running back. I mean, 6 yard loss is kills your stats. And he had like another like 3 or 4 yard loss. So like in 2 carries, he had -9, -10 yards. It's just pushing his numbers down.
Yes.
You know, it was unfortunate for him because I really like him and he had a good first half. But he did have a huge pass play in the second half, like a 30-plus yard catch and run that
Hmm.
got him that got them that got them the lead. I think they went up 10-0 at that point. So he set that up off that big play. Then the receiver Devontae Smith caught the touchdown pass, like a 30-plus yard pass
Yes.
from Jalen Hurts. Back to back big plays by their stars. 30-plus yard plays back to back. But I got yeah, I'll go with the Eagles. I really want the Lions to win. I know their head coach took over the offensive play calling. Do you know?
Hmm.
So he fired the offensive coordinator.
Not sure if they fired him
I don't know
or
if they fired him or he's just calling the plays.
yeah, they took over the play calling duties from what I understand. I think the coach is still there, if I'm not
Okay,
mistaken. Yeah.
he did that, which is kind of surprising. So that's interesting. But yeah, I still got the Eagles, but I think have the better offense. It's the Eagles have the better defense compared to the Lions, probably. Should be a good one, but I got the Eagles.
Okay.
Um, Monday Night Football, last one for we get into the NBA subjects. Our Cowboys at the Raiders, must-win game.
Yeah. Dallas defense needs to step up. I mean, I have no problem with the offense. They will score some points. I know they had some trouble this past game, but they'll get it back this time. They're facing that rookie Ashton Gentry, who's pretty good.
He's having a good
We
year,
know
yeah.
they have trouble stopping the run, so we'll see if this. We'll see how this trade's paid off this game here. We'll see if they can if they make a difference. And we need the defense to make a difference right now. We know what the offense can do, but
I agree.
yeah, we need the defense to improve to if we have a chance to make some kind of run here.
I agree. I agree. Hopefully our defense pulls it out for us, but Cowboys must-win game. I got the Cowboys. We know our offense can do, but hopefully our defense just needs a couple stops, force a turnover or two, bend but not break defense, force some field goals, not all touchdowns. We should be okay. But we know what the offense is good. Yeah, hopefully these defensive guys that are coming in will help
Yes,
out. Quinn Williams and that linebacker you mentioned. So,
yes,
all right, man. But I got Cowboys though. They need to win. If they can win this one, we'll see what happens the rest of the season. But they gotta win this one to have any kind of chance of making the
yes. Come
playoffs,
on, Dallas.
like we already mentioned. Because the next 3 games are gonna be rough. They gotta win one out of those next 3 after this
Yeah,
one.
At least one.
So
Yeah.
at least one. But they gotta win. They gotta win this Sunday or this Monday.
Yeah.
Um, all right, man. That's it for NFL. What do you got for the NBA, brother?
Okay. Well, this news, I don't know if you heard it was this morning. The second news just happened. Well, I just saw it a minute ago, but the firing of Dallas Mavericks general manager Nico Harrison. I'm not
I
sure if
didn't
you heard
know
about
that.
that. Yeah. We pretty much know why. Well, what might have a lot to do with it was the Luka trade. I mean, Luka's over there in LA winning without LeBron, and the Mavericks are sitting at 3-8 with Mr. Injury prone Davis hurt. He hasn't played in like 6 games.
Yeah.
So I know they look this slow start. They had to look for a scapegoat there, and I don't know. I mean, I don't know if you could blame that trade entirely on the general manager because the owner has to sign off on it, I believe. But
Mm.
maybe say, hey, if this works out, great. If not, it's on you. So yeah, I know part of it. We got Luke over there winning in LA without LeBron, and
Yeah.
so it's tough. It's tough. What do you think about
I think it's legit. Like you said, they're looking for a fall guy for a slow start, but it is an 82 game season, and you're 3-8, 11 games in. That's kind of
it? Yeah,
early.
yeah. And it's the general manager, not the coach. So I'm sure it's for that move.
Yeah, I
Uh,
agree. It's about the move. Yeah, it's
yeah,
about the move because
you
yeah,
know,
general managers are in charge of the trades, draft
yeah,
choices, things like that. So yeah, I'm sure it's that. Um,
yeah,
I like Cooper Flag though. I think he's going to be good,
yes,
but like I said,
yes,
injury prone. Davis. Just can't seem to stay healthy.
yeah.
When he's healthy, we know how good he is,
Oh,
AD. But
yeah,
he misses like 30 games a year, though. We know this. He plays
yeah,
50 and sits out 30. You know, so yeah, I think it's that. I think it's legit. I mean, yeah, it's probably like exactly what he said. Like, it depends how it works out. You know, I can't argue that. I don't have anything to argue with that. Yeah, and
yes,
yeah, that Luka is winning without one of the best players to play the game,
yeah.
and I mean, there was one game where Austin Reeves didn't play either, and they still freaking won against Portland. My son
Yeah,
went to that game. He said some
yeah,
guy came off the bench and just freaking smoked him. So
yeah.
my son was at that game with his friends. He was kind of disappointed that LeBron wasn't playing because that's why he
Oh
went.
no,
Yeah, my son went to the Portland Lakers game last week, wherever it was. So
nice.
he was there. He was there, but he's like,
Oh,
yeah,
that's awesome.
he's like, yeah, someone came off the bench and lit them up for like 25 points. I'm like, damn. So
Yeah, I think it's that. Yeah, some guard that came from Sacramento. I know who he's
yeah,
talking about. Yeah,
yeah. Yeah, my son's like, yeah, one of the backup players just killed him. Like, no shit. I'm
yeah,
like, okay. So that makes sense.
yeah.
What's the second thing you got for the
Well,
NBA?
you're gonna like this. We've all been upset about how this NBA All-Star game has gone.
Yeah,
Terrible. I
horrible,
mean,
horrible.
terrible. I mean, oh, we're gonna watch this
Okay.
one. They got set up. It's gonna be a round robin, 3 teams. From what I read here, I wasn't listening. We're doing the show, but I saw this. It's gonna be 2 USA teams and 1 world team. It's gonna be a round robin.
Oh, I like that for the All
Finally,
Star game.
All-Star.
I like that. That's a good idea. Whoever came up with that, that's
Oh,
brilliant.
yes.
People will watch
So
that.
we,
The ratings are going to skyrocket because they've been dropping so bad
oh
because
man,
no
yeah.
defense is being played. They're scoring like 160 points for the game, which is freaking insane. You
Hmm.
know, um, yeah, this is bad basketball, but now people are actually going to be competitive and actually start playing
Oh
some
yeah,
defense.
yes. Yeah, they
And
gotta play
I
one
know they
here.
don't want the world team to beat them on U.S. turf. That's
No, no.
gonna be the big. That's gonna be the big one right there.
Mhm. Yeah,
One of the U.S. teams has got. One of the U.S. teams has got to win that one. I don't know which
yeah,
one will. That's what we're going to be thinking. Like, I don't care as long as it's one of them. So, yeah, can't let the world team
good.
beat us in the NBA All Star game. There's no way. I
Yeah.
mean, they're good enough to do it though, but hopefully it doesn't happen. So,
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. It won't be easy, but yes. Finally. I mean, well, something we can watch. That's
We know like
something that's
Nikola
watchable.
Jokic is the Joker is going to be playing on another team, and
Oh,
Luka
Luca.
Doncic is going to be playing on another team.
Oh man,
Joker, Luka, that's two big names I can think of off the top of my
yeah.
head. There's a few other ones. Those are the two
Now the
big
guy from
ones.
OKC, he's Canadian. He'll be on the world team.
Oh, yeah. What
Yeah,
Gig Alexander? Yeah, how do you say
yes,
his name?
yeah.
SGA.
Shea
Yep.
Alexander. Yeah. So, Wimby, will be on the world team.
Wemby. Yep, another dominant guy, French guy. Yep.
Woo. So
Can't forget about
come on,
Wembyama.
USA.
Wembyama, yeah, he's a beast. He's
Yeah,
he's having a good start to his season too. His third year,
yeah,
and he's looking pretty dang dominant.
yeah. So the US will have their work cut out for him, but that's okay. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good game. Yeah,
Hmm.
the world team's gonna have a good team though. Those
Yeah.
are
Oh
three,
yeah.
four guys we already mentioned that are stars. They're studs.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yes.
And there's that
Good.
teammate of SGA, the one that looks like a damn football player that's also Canadian. He played on the Canadian national team.
Oh
Dort,
yeah.
Dort, whatever his name is.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's built like a linebacker, but he could play some.
Yes.
He's known for his defense, and he
Hmm.
and he hits timely threes. So yeah, he'll be on that team, I'm sure.
Yeah. Yeah. So finally something that we can watch, and yeah, good.
All right, that'll be good. I love that. That NBA finally came up with something good because it's been going downhill for like last 10, 12, 14 years, and they
Yeah.
finally came up with something worth watching. That's cool.
Yeah.
I do like that one. I will watch it.
Yeah.
Oh man. All right, what do you got in closing, brother?
Well, that pretty much was it, man. I saw that. I'm like, man, awesome. But
Yeah.
man, again, for you veterans, thank you. Uh, and can't say enough for your service. Appreciate it.
Yeah. Again, Monty, appreciate it. Yeah, we said it at the beginning, so yeah, I say it, and honestly, I echo those words. And I'm glad you're someone who pays respect to that. So that's awesome. So yeah, because not everyone thinks that way, but I'm glad you do. Because some people don't think very much about the veterans, but I'm glad you do. The rest of our country should, but sometimes they don't,
Yeah.
which is unfortunate. But yeah, they always say the real hero, the real guys wearing the helmets are the vets, not the football players. That's what they say a lot in the veteran
Yes.
world. The real
Yeah.
heroes are the guys wearing the helmets on the combat field. So
Yeah. No doubt. No
yeah.
doubt.
So I agree with that. But one thing I do like about the NFL in closing is that they do a great job of recognizing veterans.
Oh,
They say that all the time.
and they always have.
NFL is
Yeah.
really really good about recognizing veterans, and
Yes.
they mention that all the time. So NFL players always give their respect to that, and I appreciate that. I'm sure the other vets do too, and I know they mean it sincerely. They're not just saying
Oh
it.
yes.
I can tell they're
Yes.
very sincere. So yeah, that's cool. So yeah, that's what I got in closing. Thanks for watching and thanks for subscribing. We'll be back next week for another good show. Peace out. Take care. Good night.
All right, y'all.